Mighty and gracious God, I lift up this prayer in fellowship with all people of goodwill, believers or not. And I pray for deliverance from the pandemic, but also the epidemics of violence and addiction that plague our land, that we begin to change the climate of our society. Amen.
How are you doing today?
I'm very angry
Why are you angry?
because the Republicans want to take your right to vote away. The Republicans want to take your the females' right to choose away, and they want to make sure that all these unstable people have access to AR-14s or AR-15s so that they can go into a school and shoot children. And these people want an all-white Christian nation, and they're going to impose it on us with their AR-15s, and I think that's wrong.
So what do you think is the biggest problem with Republicans? Like, what's your biggest problem with that side?
Trump's fascism. The parallels between Trump and Hitler are incredible.
So Trump could be the next coming of Hitler?
I believe so, yes.
How you guys doing today?
We're doing great. It's good to see people out and caring, and we can turn this country around.
How can we turn this country around?
People joining together, people demanding. Wait, see here? No, this is about people showing up and demanding. We need our safety. We need some reasonable approaches to our country. 74% of Americans are for gun laws. That is a lot of people.
Why do you think we can make a change? I
think that a lot of it has to be a cultural change, because I think that we've been kind of backward in our thoughts for a long time. And, the country, we always talk about Second Amendment and stuff like that, but I think that we took our Second Amendment rights too far, and we've lost sight of the things that are important, Like, we can't even have food for the babies anymore, We don't have food. The kids are being killed in the schools and stuff like that, but you can find a gun more easily than you can find baby formula to feed your kids. So that's a big problem in our country.
What do you think can be done from a politician's standpoint to fix gun violence in America?
So for one, just the background checks for sure, making it as invasive as it is to purchase a house, a car, anything, any financial decision. I think that we need to raise the age. We need to raise the time that it takes for you to actually go into a store and get a gun. And I also don't think that assault rifles should be something that regular civilians should get. It's a war weapon. It's just not, there's no reason for it on the streets.
What's going on today?
What's going on is I'm here to fight for the rights of my son's future, the right to not go into a public place, a school, a grocery store, a movie theater, with the fear of, am I going to get shot today? It's time for people to realize that our Constitution was written more than 200 years ago by men that were not perfect. Therefore, our Constitution is imperfect. And as my sign right here says, to quote Thomas Jefferson, it may be proved that no society can make a perpetual constitution or even a perpetual law. People need to recognize that they are being controlled by corporate greed. And until we address that, we will always have these problems.
So if you could say one message to like your representative or the people right now about gun violence, what would you say to them?
Stand up to the gun manufacturers.
Black Lives Matter.
Care about people, care about death. Lives are more important than guns.
So if you have one message to say to the kids right now or anyone watching, what do you guys say to them?
That we love you and we want you to have a beautiful world to live in.
Amen.
I stand up for strength, for courage.